Hey everybody. Hey, it's 8:01. Anybody home? It's me, Armel. Holla at your boy. Anybody home? Hello. Anybody home? You're welcome to come in. Yeah. CZ mommy is busy. My baby girl is a little bit under the weather. And that's pretty much it. Baby girl under the weather. So she got her cartoons like blasting. She just want to lay down. It's been a pretty long day, and I have to keep this live relatively short because I got to go to work. I don't know. Yes, two people called in, and I don't know the way this goes. Joe Va, what's good? How you doing? You the first one here, man. Feel free to join. This is gonna be a real short live because I gotta go to work. So I gotta be to work at 10. So usually in the live at 9. I'm gonna try to get out of here, jump in some work clothes. I can't go to work like this. Uh Go to work. Pimp, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing, Pimp? Here come Cash. You got Kool-Aid all over your stuff. She got juice all over her. Like I said, my baby girl is not feeling too well. Um, my baby girl not feeling too well. Let me get that plug right there. So we're in here. Pimp, how you doing? Yes, we're in here, and some things happened, and I was planning this live way beforehand. Uh, what I was going to do is pistols versus rifles, and pistols and rifles, because a lot of fundamental things have going down. I watched the live a couple of weeks ago, and I was surprised. Like, I'm relatively sort of new to firearms. Have a seat, young lady, if you want to come. I'm relatively kind of sort of new to firearms. I'm far from a shooter and a sniper and a special operator and all that crap. But and I'm not as tactical, but I like firearms a lot. So the whole thing with my collection during my time in the military, um, pistols was one of the things, but it was kind of like the primary purpose of the training I received was rifles, rifles. Pistols was always a secondary type thing. You know, that was completely opposite when in the urban warfare environment that I grew up in. It was just kind of like stay low, pistol, tuck it. You know what I mean? If it's big, find a way to conceal it, whether it's your sleeve or tucking it in your pants or something like that. Concealability and stealth was more of a thing when in an urban environment. It was stealth. So pistol in that particular type of environment, a pistol was a preferred weapon of choice. When I look at the police departments and Leo people in Leo and law enforcement, there's a reason why they choose these pistols, not so much for stealth, but for mobility and I'm not sure if it's the particular urban environments or the need. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't do a lot of research on that. And the strange thing, I was watching the brother live last night, and it was two brothers begging. I love to see a flex off. Love flexing, you know what I mean? It was two brothers on there, and it's like, it was like an instigation of a flex of, I thought it was going to happen. I love to see it. But the thing is, it was crazy because these two brothers have like some of the dopest pieces ever, but they're very different. One one of these brothers, his joint is some beautiful, beautiful pistols. The other one, his joint is beautiful, beautiful PCCs and rifles. You know what I mean? And I talk to at least one of them on a regular basis, and I know that his particular view is, and he's former military like myself. His particular view is his rifle, his pistols only to get him to his rifle. You know what I'm saying? And his his purpose for his firearms was relatively different. And I think that might really dictate the person's use, or the purpose, or the mission. Like they said, the weapon is always mission dictated. So, being that the weapon may be mission dictated, you have to ask yourself, what is the mission? So, does my mission involve pistols like these CIA guys in the spy movies, James Bond? I've very seldomly seen James Bond with the pistol. I mean, with the rifle, unless he took it off of somebody, But he was like a spy, and worked like, covertly. And then there's and then there's the yeah, more offensive. Yeah, Jova, yeah. See, Cass came up because I can't see really. Jova said, yeah, the military is more offensive, so rifles and civilian pistols are more defensive. But is that particularly true? Completely, and you absolutely may be right. But I know, like, back to the James Bond thing. James Bond operated very offensively with the pistol. You see, and I seen towards the late '90s, companies like Heckler and Koch, what I mean, created pistols specifically for all offensive purpose. I think the USP was like the first pistol, like one of the first pistols to do that. That pistol was specifically designed to operate as a primary weapon, to do covert operations type thing. If my research did me properly. Um, yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Cass. You want to talk?
Well, I'm just gonna be popping in and out because Zadie is kind of sick, and I have her watching Nemo right now.
Uh huh.
Um, are you said that the situation military would dictate what you carry?
Yeah, the situation in military
Mission would
dictate
dictate
what
what
you
you
carry,
carry.
but what about us as far as civilians?
I would imagine that a lot of people not comfortable with just seeing a civilian walk around with like a, even though people do see it, walk around with big rifles. So the whole idea is that if you don't necessarily want someone to know you have, then it makes sense to have a pistol in it
Is it the most
or
comfortable
conceal.
thing to walk around with a rifle in a urban or a suburban environment? And I know some people live in like places like where you got a bunch of wild pigs and coyotes and very rural, that you might just need a daggone rifle to just in your truck, like one of those. I don't live in that particular type of environment, but I've seen it. That you might need to grab the rifle out of the back, and put some work in it to save your cattle, or what I mean, or something like that. But for real, as a civilian operating in a civilian environment, even if shit was to ever go down and it was a worldwide invasion or something like that, I would think that a pistol, I would think that the mission and the purpose was to be stay as low as possible, as concealed as possible, even if you're doing offensive operation, because you want to either
Elements of surprise.
you want to either blend in, conceal, or confined, because you don't have the logistics of an entire military force. But that's just Armel. Some people like, yeah, shoot, 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 blaze, blaze, blaze. But I don't see it. Like, I watched Red Dawn, and they stashed the rifles and just went and did all their sabotage and stuff with the pistol. With the pistols. Jovar got the boondocks on his avatar.
Oh, you just saw that? Oh,
Yeah, I
look at
just
there.
saw that. I didn't see that. It's never been that big because I'm usually looking at it on my phone.
As usual, it's the wrong glasses.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm wearing Dollar Tree glasses because I can't find my real glasses, so this doesn't work as good.
yeah. So the glasses from the Dollar Tree, but yeah, the
No, it's supposed to work.
yeah. So
I
I,
think
I
it
I would
works.
love to know. I see Joe Vod chiming in. I see Ramsey J. Welcome aboard, man. One of the dudes, my man Ramsey J. got some of the dopest guns ever, man. But one of the also things, one of the also thing I just wanted to mention, right? I think the way you got plan your mission in your head also kind of influences the way you collect your firearms.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Based on what you have, how do you plan your mission?
That's
Based
crazy
on what
that
you
you asked
have.
that. That's crazy that you
You
asked
just
that.
mentioned it, so I just started the question.
Based on what I have, like anybody seen any pits of my gun collection, all of my guns are black. They're just black, ugly as black, plain vanilla black guns. There's nothing fancy to them. There's no color. They're not cerakoted. They're just plain black, and that's more like my personality. I'm just like a plain vanilla black dude that I don't do flashy or flamboyant. Love the flex, but I just kind of keep it low. Uh, I think black is classic. Like when Cass wears that beautiful black dress, sometimes it just the classic black. You know, but
But in terms of okay, so but the question is, besides the guns being black, right?
Mhm.
What you have, how would that go in line with you planning an emission though? Because you
This
have
is the
both a
this. It's not
mixture of
just the plan
pistols,
and mission. What
but you
happened
have
is
both a
I don't
mixture.
really like pistols. The point blank is I don't really like pistols.
But you
I
have
don't
those
really like
guns though
pistols.
that you mentioned
I don't
earlier.
really I don't really like pistols, right? So I tend to have more longer weapons. I don't like pistols. I never really shot pistols relatively well. I never shot pistols relatively well while I was in the military. A pistol I qualify, a rifle I was expert.
I have the chicken.
So I never really liked pistols, and I don't find fun in shooting them. I'm getting better now after practicing and taking some classes. Oh, and Joe Va, the vanilla bean is really black, you know. But yeah, so I just find comfort in rifles. So I started out with rifles, but then the rifle is just for my particular comfort. But I have pistols, and pistols are pretty much more fabricated. Now, with that being said, the the short pistols with the braces on it, that filled a particular niche that I was missing. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to have something in the car, but you don't want the big long rifle. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't want the big long rifle. So that pistol brace thing, that under 16 barrel, that the damn 300 blackout AR just blew me, and that's where it goes. That's where it filled that particular niche. It's not so much a rifle, which I shoot better with the rifle. I'm more comfortable with the rifle, but it's not. It's not a pistol, which I have pistols. I don't really like pistols. I don't really shoot pistols well because I can't see one of the things. So I fill it with that little PCC, that 8 inch, that 7 inch AR or CZ Scorpion. That's my niche. It fits where I needed to go, and I got the pistol there. You know what I mean? Whether it's a backpack or a bag or something like that, that thing is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And for my it fills everything I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of, and particularly, um, Scorpion is something you can just throw in a bag and nobody know you got anyway. You see what I'm saying? It's I got it. I got a backpack. I got a big ass backpack I carry all the time. I got two boxes I carry all the time, and that's where that goes all the time. That's where that goes. Backpack and toolbox. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into everything because we're on our public. And my wife read the daggone YouTube rules, so I know I have to cut down on my profanity. And she warned me over and over and over again. What's up, big fish? I see you. Thanks for coming in. I thought y'all was tied up with the fight. But yeah, but it just but I think it's part of that particular preference, your preference of use or your comfort level determines how your collection ends up being. So I'm looking at my my relatively small gun collection, you know what I mean? I have more rifles and something like rifles. I don't know what the ATF, that's that in between that we need to talk about today, than pistols. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Cass has a particular preference. She just shoot guns. But I like, but I'm just sitting here wondering overnight, how would that flex go down? Because this one brother, his PCCs and his rifle game is absolutely fucking ridiculous. But then again, this brother here with this pistol, but that shit don't. It's like apples and oranges. I'm comparing apples to orange. It wouldn't have been a good flex, Even though I had this live up before that happened, but that shit kind of like, damn, it wouldn't even been a good flex because it's very two different things. Now, if you got boom, flex your AR or something, and it's AR to AR, that'd be something different. And I'm sure one of those brothers, that brother with the rifle thing, very few can mess with him. so, but then it's the pistol thing, like, what I mean? Even though both of them probably got some dope pistols, but just the vast array of like super dope stuff, you know what I mean? Like, wow. It wouldn't have been a good flex. I was like, yeah, unless it was like class of firearm to class of firearm, you know what I mean? But I think something like that had to be organized, you know what I mean? Oh, get the hell out of here. Jason gonna pop in. Yeah, and yeah, but I think it seriously dictates how your collection is gonna be. But my collection is just a whole bunch of black guns. And mainly it's because when I was growing up, we used to hustle to get GI Joes as a kid. And all the GI Joe guns was black. They didn't have all the fancy colors. Later, when I became, too old teenagers and started playing with girls instead of toys, I think they changed the GI Joes because my little brother, was still, way younger. Um, he's like 7, 8 years younger than me, and he was still playing with toys. But they changed the GI Joe to like FDE and reds and greens, and that's when they put the little orange caps on the toy guns. But back when I was growing up, all the toys before the Nerf era, before the Super Soaker era, they all the guns was black. So yeah, I said flex. Yeah, I said flex. But we ain't ready for a flex yet, man. We ain't
Hey,
ready for a
Sean.
flex. What's up, big man? I don't even know what fish. I can't see.
If man, if you to if the ATF if copy states if you're down with unconstitutional ish. Okay, that looks like great.
I don't know, fish. We owe.
Yeah.
We owe. We owe fish. We can't, we we owe. We don't even
Oh, you
understand.
very
Yo, yo, we owe. This the damn near 50 crew here. We can't even we can't even comprehend.
Sound like Riley.
Yeah, it sound like Raleigh from Boondocks, but yeah, but the crazy thing is, right, with the thing with the pistols and the rifles and this stupid pistol brace ban that's going down, that's absolutely doesn't make any sense, to me. First thing first,
I think it passed in Washington State. Something bad's watching the TV.
Yeah, I know. Jason and Shannon looking for a place to move.
Or the move, the switching
they,
states.
I don't know. It's a lot of things going on in court. I asked them. It's like, they seem to be very comfortable where they
Something
at.
bad's in state.
But the crazy thing about it, this pistol brace brand. So I'm looking at the thing, my research. It's just a NFA passed in the 1930s, some motherfucking time. Right? Excuse my language. NFA passed in 1930s. They wanted to ban short barrel rifles, short barrel shotguns, and pistols with stocks because of the gangster movies, and Hollywood was brand new and they was influenced, and silences and shit because it made people think that you couldn't hear the bullet when it was coming. But I'm sitting there watching those movies from back in the days. Imagine 1930, you're going to see the black and white movie, and today you watching a movie in full color where John Wick don't run out of bullets. You know what I mean? That Pit Viper just gets vicious. You sit there, Pit Viper just shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting, and the cat don't run out of bullets. So back in the 1930s, you got the guy machine gun, silencer that you don't hear, and then everybody conceals it under their trench coat. That sounds scary to somebody living that's going to see a movie for the first time. They be like, "That's how them boys doing, giving it up in them cities. If we can't have that out here. All we got is these shotguns and these lever actions and all of this stuff. That's too scary. Let's ban it." Remember that only a small percentage of population in the 1930s lived in cities, but yet it's like it sounds scary. Anyway, the whole thing passed. They put the NFA tax in effect, right? Back then, the individual states didn't have concealed carry licenses or permits or whatever the state calls it. So now that these individual states do, does it make a difference if you able to conceal a rifle or not? Or if a rifle is silent or not? It should be covered under your concealed carry. It should be covered under your concealed carry, a short barrel rifle, or even a suppressed weapon. Sometimes in a home situation, what I mean, and people who know me well, know my daughter has special needs. If we had like something happen in the house and we had to go to the trenches, the pure concussion of firing a firearm in the house, whether it's a pistol or a rifle, would be dramatic. So I look at suppressors as if they were a safety device. If it's going to dampen that sound, why the hell would you want to ban something that's going to make things safe for hearing? Or why the hell would you want to ban something that will help the rifle shoot more safely, or firearm shoot more safely and more accurately by putting a brace on it? You making it more dangerous by banning the brace. It just really, that whole concept just really
Okay.
never made any difference to
I'm
me.
always okay. So you mentioned the suppressor, which I didn't really think of in terms of.
But I was just using that as an example.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
I'm saying you jump from one thing to the other, right? So,
Right.
Okay. So you mentioned the suppressor in terms of it being a safety concern because of Zadie. I actually didn't think of that till you just mentioned that. That makes a sense. That makes sense in that regard, right?
Mhm.
But then the concern was that suppressors would basically hide the sound of a gunshot.
Right. So
Right?
people couldn't run.
So people couldn't run or be aware of it. That
Right.
also is a fear concern.
But that was the Hollywood movies. It's not exactly silent, You
But
still
it's
hear
still
it.
more quiet than
Yeah.
than a gunshot.
Yeah.
So that is a fair concern.
Mhm.
So even though I do understand where you're saying that suppressor would actually make sense for us because of Zadie, I mean, if a loud sound might be a shock to her, the overall
Or cause hearing damage to you.
but the overall benefit of it, though, is that it would help the supposed banning of it actually helps to alleviate
The regulation.
the regulation of it actually may reduce crime
How does it reduce crime?
Maybe that's not the word I'm looking for. If not reduce crime, make people more aware when a crime is occurring.
Of gunshots are being fired.
That's important.
Well, it doesn't make it. It doesn't make it quiet.
Safer.
It doesn't. It quiets it down, but it doesn't silence it.
It's not.
It takes the concussion
Is the
off.
word silence or suppressor? What's the word?
They call it interchangeable.
Okay, but you say it's not silent. But
It's a sound suppressor.
But then no, but your what I'm saying is that your argument, right?
Silencer
Now
or
you
suppressor,
mentioned
depending on
gun
the
stock.
pattern.
What did you mention?
The pistol brace.
Okay, so you said a pistol brace is meant to be is supposed
Short
to be.
barrel rifles. So you take a rifle that's 16 inches or less. You see, firearm owners don't even know this. And that's the shame about it, that this law is being passed and hardly nobody even knows about it. You know what I mean? Hardly, unless you right here in the community with us, you really don't know about it because most people don't even follow it. They just live their regular lives. They just have their things in their house, shoot their things when they feel like
Like
shooting.
you
And
said, also he has a good point though that at the
but
time $200 was a lot of money back in them days. That's
yeah,
probably like
$200 was the cost of a Thompson submachine gun.
that was whole like 20K
From
back in
when
them
I
days.
read it, it was $200 was the cost of a Thompson submachine gun, so they made the tax $200
That's a
in
lot
my
of money back
research.
then. I mean, that's like
That was
that's
back then. That was so nobody can get it
yeah, but
because
nobody can
really
afford $200 back in them
nobody
days.
could afford Thompson submachine guns back then. The police departments couldn't even afford them, and they were $200
That was a lot of money
back
back in the
then.
day.
But the Al Capone and the gangsters and Meyer Lansky and those boys, Meyer Lansky and Lucky Luciano, the gangsters and the bank robbers, they could afford $200 to blow on the best firepower available. You know, police departments didn't even have them.
Are you gonna invite anybody?
Hmm?
You gonna invite anybody? The we actually put the link up in case anybody wanna come in. Are you inviting anybody?
Yeah, anybody coming in? The link is up. So if anybody want to come
It's
in,
in
you
the
can come in.
chat.
Jason said he'll come in a little while. The link is in the chat.
You know Jason's shy. He really
Yeah,
wanna come
Jason,
this time.
we know you
Jason,
shy, man. We love you anyway,
Jason,
man.
I completely understand because I really am not much of a camera person. I'm just
Hmm.
warming up to it more. Because Arma would surprise me and shove the camera in my face, and I'd be going off and getting down on camera. My MFS, but I'm getting more used to being in front of the camera, so I completely understand how it's not for everybody, or it takes a while to get used to.
Yeah, but yeah, but I really don't think, because I think the stabilizing brace, whether you put it on a forearm or shoulder it or whatever, in any case, that makes the firearm safer. Now, the concealability factor, if you have a concealed weapons permit in your state or it's constitutional carry, what difference does it fucking make if you conceal your weapon or not? If you got permission to conceal,
Well, permission consider I'm gonna consider big ass gun or a smaller gun.
regardless, if
What's
you
that gonna
conceal
do?
it in your jacket or your backpack,
Okay.
you could put you could put your big gun like the Scorpion or
In
one of
my
the
bag.
little rifles in your bag and carry it around. That's still concealed, right?
Is it really though?
Yeah.
I thought concealed.
Open is when everybody can see it and it's visible, so they're comfortable with it.
I always thought concealed was basically it being on my
Conceal is
person.
no, conceal is not on your person.
Mm.
Concealed is when it's not visible to the outside people.
Okay.
So being that people have concealed carry and people have
Concealed.
concealed.
Oh, I'm just trying to read.
Here, let me move the thing closer so she can read.
Oh, you notice my cheap dollar glasses? Say it's no work as good as the good ones.
Because she's squinting. She going all the way in the
Because
screen
I
like a
can't
damn giraffe.
because I can't find my real glasses, so I found the dollar glasses. So this only work up close. The other one was better. You know
Well,
where it is? You think it's yours sometimes. I think you took it.
they're upstairs in that room and on the floor on the nightstand.
Or bedroom?
No, this bedroom right here.
The guest bedroom?
Yeah, on the nightstand. The nightstand right there. They're right there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, but that's the yeah, because I used her reading glasses the other day.
Yeah, they look like yours.
Yeah, because our glasses sometimes one of our her reading glasses and my reading glasses look almost the same.
They're the same except for the prescription.
Devil Roll, what up? How you?
Who is that?
That's Devil Roll.
Oh, hello.
What's up? But yeah, but
Okay, so
I
look.
really don't see the purpose. So go
Okay,
ahead.
so J BQ said 26 inches was the magic number they determined wasn't able to be ready concealable.
So 26 inches was a magic number, and they determined that it wasn't able to. But even if, I don't care if it was 32 inches, if you have a concealed weapons permit these days in 2023, Does that make that null and void? You should be able to conceal whether you have a 40 inch. You know what I mean? With the so just each state enacting a concealed carry law or a constitutional carry law or it should null and void all of that anyway, because this person has the state has that much confidence in this person where this person can conceal carry. So it shouldn't matter what they conceal carry as long as it's not a weapon of mass destruction. You feel me? So that's the whole thing.
Okay, but here's the thing: what is a weapon of mass destruction?
A goddamn chemical bomb or some shit.
Okay, so you're not defining
A,
it.
a rare
So
a
you're
rare.
not defining any firearm as a weapon of mass destruction. Some people could disagree with you, Amma.
Some people could disagree with me, but
Look about the one that killed 57 people in Vegas, and within a very few couple seconds. Would that be classified as a weapon of mass destruction?
no,
In like killed 57 people in a couple
no.
seconds. So, but what's the definition then of a weapon of mass destruction? What's your number? Would you think could classify it as?
It's not so much of a number. A weapon of mass destruction would be something that wipes out an entire population. And I can't tell the truth on YouTube because I get wiped off the YouTube for real. But a weapon of mass destruction is
Okay.
a weapon of mass destruction is something like the plague that came over from the old world to the new world and wiped out half the population of Native America.
They wiped out all the Jamaicans too, the
So
Arawaks,
they give
all
them, blankets with
with
smallpox and
syphilis.
diseases, and they did that shit without fucking firearms. That's a weapon of mass. No firearm in the world could do what those diseases.
Yeah, they wiped.
No gun, no rifle in the world can do what strategic diseases did to the indigenous people of America. What?
Damn right.
Shit. Yo, a fart in the elevator. Yo, my daughter stinky fart, boy. Oh my god. And she got the nerve. She a fart. She'll laugh and pull the cover up so you can smell her stinky fart, man. And she's 7 years old. She will put the cover up so the fart can blow on you. And she thinks it's the funniest shit on the world. Oh my god, that's a weapon of mass destruction. But that's a weapon of mass destruction. Whenever you could and a single dosage, not just shot, but a single weapon, a single shot, one shot wipes out hundreds and thousands, and then it continues on. A biological weapon, a chemical weapon, or a radiological weapon, and yeah, stuff like that, and shit like even nowadays, electronic weapons. Huh?
Dutch oven.
A Dutch oven.
That's what you guys call it.
What?
The fart. I guess
Yeah, she tried to give me. That's what they call it. It ain't a Dutch oven. That's a stinky boo. Oh my god, she kills me with that. But anybody feel free to jump in and add on because
um
my clock is ticking. I got like 10 minutes. Yeah, like I said, I got to go to work tonight. It's some people called in and the stuff got to go. 2 people called in.
Did you post that thing I gave you?
What thing?
The RV.
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and on the other side, right? I'm thinking about our mission, but everything around here is monetary. So we went looking at travel trailers yesterday.
Jason asked for the link again. Let me copy it and resend it. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, we went and checked out travel trailers and fifth wheels yesterday. And yo, I'm ready, yo, them things is fire. Those things is fire. He posted it.
So
Yo, those things are fire. Fire.
Living in a house.
Yo, it's like living in a house. I was like, damn. And things like 100,000, 140 or something like that. I said, yo, I paid too much for the living situation. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
I would rather live in one of those damn fifth wheels than live in a New York City apartment.
At least you can.
I think that was bigger than our apartment.
Which one?
Wallace.
Hmm. Yeah, it was.
I think that the fifth wheel we were in was literally bigger than.
He's asking what size we looked at.
It was a
Well,
44 foot.
the biggest one, the Montana, was which
The
that was.
Montana was a 44 foot. What you got there, Marine?
Is he in?
Yeah, I gotta click him in.
All right, add to
Here's Jason
screen.
Adden.
Let him
What up?
come. I have to go check on Ziz again.
I ain't got
Oh,
no.
what's oh, like the beard? Did that shit grow since you last
No,
saw him?
he just got the bed. I see you flexing the old truck. You ain't open the doors.
Can you hear him? Can you? Are you on?
Your mic on, Jason?
Are you? Is your mic on?
No, his mic is
Turn
not
your
on.
mic on.
Microphone.
Microphone on. Hey, Chloe's in. What's up, Chloe?
His mic is on. Is your speaker on?
Well, your speaker shouldn't affect his mic. I have to go check back and say. No, you didn't mute him. He has to put it on. It's not
Okay.
us.
Well, yeah, Jason's joining, and I'm about to leave because the clock is ticking, and my job.
Can you hear me now?
Oh
Yeah, we
yeah.
can hear it now.
You had the mic plugged in and just had the computer.
What's up, Jason?
How you doing, Jason?
Y'all never commenting on my food. If I should ever see you ever, maybe I'll be able to cook something for you guys. Real Jamaican shit, like good food.
Stop cursing on YouTube.
Yeah, I did talk to you about that.
She talked to me about cursing on YouTube, so I had to stop.
Well, I finally read the YouTube policy on profanities and stuff. So I told him to read it. But what's up?
So how you doing out there in Washington State where they ban every daggone thing? I can't hear you, Jason. You better fix your microphone.
Jason. Can't hear you.
No mic.
You went straight 1940s on the mic.
You got to do daggone sign language. You got to do sign language. You come in and come out.
There you go.
There you go. You there?
Yeah.
So tell us about what you think about pistol stabilizing braces and turning them into rifles because of the literature. What do you think? And what is your preference, a pistol or a rifle?
I mean, a pistol stabilizing brace, because mainly I'm a disabled veteran, and so it affects me more than anyone, right? It affects me. I'm the person that the brace was designed for.
Right. But yeah, I seen your
gun.
gun.
And the laws in this state are going terrible, man. The governor hasn't signed it yet, so technically nothing is banned yet. But as soon as he signs it, it goes into law.
I don't know, but I don't think we got enough time to fight it, and that's what I printed out the papers, and I ain't really go through it for real. But I'm gonna end up doing it because I think time is running out, and I don't think there's enough time to fight. I was trying to be, I was supposed to be doing it early, but I've seen all the cases come up. I was like, yeah, we're gonna beat it, but with all the delays, and I think that thing that happened in Tennessee slowed the whole shit down. But what's your preference, a pistol or rifle?
What?
Pistol or rifle? What's your preference on it?
My preference would be, if I got to reach for it, I would say a rifle in a combat situation.
But everyday
situation, I would say the pistol, for everyday carry, obviously.
Okay. Shit hit the fan, civil warfare.
I'm taking both.
Everyday operation.
I'm probably going to have 3 on me.
Every day, shit hit the fan, you still got to function amongst the community. So you taking both then.
Yeah. Well, it's like they say in the Navy, right? 2 is 1, 1 is none.
Yeah, but sometimes 2 pistols is better than 1. Right? You froze, yeah. 2 pistols better than 1. I know I'm building out another rig because I believe in redundancy. And I'm thinking about building rig like my setup. So set up with my carrier or as far as my plate carrier, as far as my chest rig, as far as a side bundle, and I also have jackets, carry jackets, as well. And I'm trying to build a complete rig for each set to include a pistol and a rifle for each setup. So all the mags are stored for that rifle or that setup, like a heavy setup, a 308 setup with the 45. You see what I'm saying? It's just some shit that I'll be playing with downstairs. Right now I'm at two. I'm
Yeah,
at two.
I mean, I would say you're right about that. I mean, you need to be versatile. You need to be able to have different rigs you can move to
Yeah,
for different
different rigs.
aspects of the battlefield if it should come down to it.
So if I'm running, like, say for instance, if I'm running a chest rig, you know what I mean. So the chest rig, I just ordered one. The chest rig I got set up for PCC, you know what I mean. Got a Scorpion, and and I'm setting that up for Cass. You see what I'm saying? I'm setting that up for her, but I'm just like different setups for different things. And this is just shit that I'm
That's what I'm
playing
trying
with.
to do. I'm trying to refine the stuff that I have. In other
Mhm,
words, outfit my equipment with better aspects as far as like optics, as far as lights, as far as all
mhm,
that. That's what I'm going to do from here on out because I mean we got the guns. We just
mhm.
need to set up the rigs just right where they're battle winded. If there should ever come to need to be.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, my biggest thing that I worry about is an invasion from a foreign entity.
Man, you live
That's
right by the
always
border. They
been
can
my
swim to your house.
yeah, we shut it down.
They don't even have to land. They don't even have to cross the land to come to invade your island.
Yeah,
Shit.
well, they're gonna still have a fight. I'm gonna be dug in by the time they get here.
Shit, they swim across the border. Yo, it's
They
a
better know
water
how to
crossing.
talk.
It's a water crossing to Canada. I meant to ask you that. Is there
What's
there's
that
a
now?
water, is there a waterway to get to Canada from the Sound?
You clipped out real quick.
I said, is there a way by sea to get through the Sound to Canada?
Oh yeah, you can hop right across from one side of the island and you can get to Canada if you had to.
Yeah, just through the Sound, right? Because I
Oh yeah,
think, yeah, but yeah, a foreign invader going through
you can look
Canada is an
across and
easy
see
mission,
Canada.
huh?
You can look across and see Canada.
Yeah, so yeah, a foreign invasion through Canada is the easiest way. It's easier than Mexico. Mexico,
I
they
don't know
got to
if I want
fight.
to go to Canada though.
Now, for a
You're
foreign
looking at
invader
me
to
right,
come,
man.
what I'm saying is for a foreign invader to come through Canada.
Yeah, that could happen too. I would think that they would come from California personally.
I don't
They
think so.
basically neutered that state. So
I don't. I think the cartels down there have a particular interest in making sure America keeps flowing. Because the more
yeah.
they have an interest.
They're neutered as well. You're right.
The cartels down there, they're financially vested in America. So as long as America keep going to work and paying taxes and spending money on drugs, they're good, and they ain't gonna let nothing disturb that. So I think a foreign invader coming through the South is a little far fetched. Now, the people from Canada for one, let anybody in their daggone country, bro, except for Americans. And they have like the most open door policies ever. And they don't have any daggone. They took away. Washington State is following Canada with their gun laws, and
Yeah.
those people up there
We're a
don't have.
little bit isolated though. You know what I mean? They would definitely have a tough time taking this island. You know what I mean? I
Shit,
guarantee you that. I'm gonna build a team. We're gonna buck them.
man, you got half that damn island is a military installation.
Well, I figure they're on my side. Hopefully, you know what I mean.
I got there's hidden nuclear facilities. You got what nuclear carriers over there?
Not where I'm at.
Uh,
They're out at the Bremerton, right, and all that. They got the.
the Bremerton got the destroyers.
Oh yeah,
They got destroyers, and that's a hard get, bro. That's a hard get. Yeah, so that's a hard go. But yeah, so but that's all, man. I just pistols in an urban situation, you know what I mean? You had to fight your way out of Chicago, or you had to fight your way out of Seattle.
that's rough, man. That's
Pistol?
that's
A
a rough
pistol will
fight
work,
in the
right?
cities.
Huh?
That's a rough fight in the cities. That's gonna be you're gonna have to be the cream of the crop to walk out.
I'm the cream of the crop. I can get out because it's
I'm
stealth.
gonna fight my way. I go for eyeballs and asshole. I know I told you last time you was asking me what I meant. It's like when you're fighting a crocodile or a grizzly bear. You go for eyeballs and asshole.
Nah, for real. I think you just move, go stealth, move quiet, and fast.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, but if
fast.
it gets a hold of you, if a crocodile get a hold of you, the only way to get away, you go for eyeballs and then asshole, and you just go for both at the same time, and you just gouge them
I
out.
ain't never even seen a
Gouge
crocodile.
them out.
I ain't even seen a
Sorry,
crocodile.
man, I'm cussing on you live.
I didn't see a crocodile. I seen an alligator. I went to Florida, walk across the street, but I never seen a crocodile before.
Yeah.
I never even seen. I was down at Disney. I seen some crocodiles walk out of the street. But yeah, Jovar said he got 11.5 rifle or 14.5. I think for real, and that's in an urban situation. I think the pistol is the way to go. A pistol is the way to go. Completely freedom of movement, completely stealth, not drawing any attention, no sling, no nothing. Tuck it, run.
What about a PCC though that uses the same magazine as your pistol?
PCCs are daggone different, you know what I mean? But if I would go for a PCC, I would do probably a low variant PCC, like a Uzi or something, or something with a 4.5 inch or less barrel. Nothing more.
Yeah, because being able to run that same mag between the two elements would be great, right?
I don't plan on doing a whole lot of fucking shooting for one.
You're just moving.
I'm moving, you know what I mean? Shoot when I have to. I'm not wasting anything.
That's the best way to be. But
it's three
just
three
depends on
shots
how
go
bad
out
it
at a
gets,
time.
man,
One got to hit
some of
something.
these cities are already so bad. You got to watch your back constantly already.
It ain't enough fucking bullets to kill everybody. So be selective on who your shit go to. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just moving. You in the way, you get hit. 1, 2, 3. Something got to hit.
Yeah.
And move again. 1, 2, 3.
How quick could you pick up and move though if you had to right now? How quick could you load up the truck and have everything you need to live off of for the next couple of weeks?
One, I can't leave.
You can't leave.
I'm stuck here. I can't leave.
Yeah, but what if it was a nuclear attack or something and you had to go?
Well, the crazy thing is, if there was a nuclear attack, I live 3 miles from Mount Weather, bro.
Yeah,
I could fucking walk there.
yeah.
I get there before those assholes in Congress get there.
It's like here, I think about what if the island was sinking, or whatever, or there was a tsunami coming. We got to be able to pack up.
I live on a mountain, bro.
Way out there in like 10 minutes tops. We got to be.
I live on a mountain out west. Y'all call this a molehill, but I live on a mountain. Mount Weather, in case y'all don't know what Mount Weather is where they evacuate Congress. Like when Congress literally evacuates, they go to Mount Weather, and it's like a city underground. But when you drive past it, it just says FEMA facility Mount Weather. It just says FEMA Mount Weather. It doesn't seem like nothing. It looked like a farm and shit and a mountain. It looked like every other mountain around here, but it's carved out. You know what I mean? There's stuff I can't talk about. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, I live 3 miles from there. I could ride.
Google that shit.
I could literally ride a bike and get in. I could. It's not far, and that's that. And then I'm really not going nowhere. So if it's that bad, like nuclear shit, I'm dead anyway. Because I don't really think it's no way really to defend against nuclear over a long term. I don't think it's a way to survivability is like less than fucking. It's less than 15%.
I'm gonna still try to beat it. I got that fighting instinct, man. I'm gonna try to get on down the road if I have to. That's the last resort.
With
but I'm loading everything I can in the truck, all the guns, all the ammo, everything I can carry, and I'm gone.
With my in-house situation, I'm going to end up with high casualty rate anyway. So nuclear, I'm done.
Yeah.
But for real though, I was at the daggone RV place yesterday, and I gotta get one. I gotta get one.
That's your move though. That's right there. Then you can go,
It's
right?
like a house
Am
on
I right?
wheels, man. Yeah, it's
That's
like
what
a
I'm
house
saying.
on
Then
wheels.
you can have the option.
Yeah,
So if that's what it takes, then that's what you got to do, bro.
yeah, but we got to get a big one. Ideal situation, the RV would have to be something smaller. Something like maybe my cargo trailer size. That's
Yeah.
more mobile. You know what I mean? That doesn't require a 350 or above diesel. Something more compact that can be pulled on by just about any average size sedan. Something light. That's ideal for a bug out situation. Something very, very light, solid walls that you can insulate. But those damn fifth wheels, them shits is beautiful. I'm telling you, I don't even need a house with them beautiful things. That
My
damn
parents
thing.
had one a few years ago, man. It was dope. It had heated floors. It was a tour bus, basically. It was a
Yeah.
diesel
Oh
pusher.
my
You
god.
know what I mean? All heated floors, full bathroom. It
Oh
works.
my.
Everything. All the
Oh my
modern
god.
luxuries.
Those
You know what I
things
mean?
is. My weather didn't get burned. They still running that place, bro. I can't talk about it though, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why Ormel already to always start with? I can't talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that goes around from YouTube and whatever QAnon and butt face and diplomats be talking about some shit that not necessarily true. You know what I mean? So Flavor Flav said, "Don't believe the hype." that shit live. That shit, it's there. It's fully fucking operational. Trust me. Take my word for it. You know, there's people around here that work there. You know, and it's accessible land, sea, air, and ground, and subterranean. It's fully accessible.
Yeah, I just got to figure out what we're going to do if we're going to stay here and try to hold it down, or if we're going to go ahead and move out. And a lot of the problem is I'm worried about what happened in California. First, they banned assault weapons to be sold, and then they took away the grandfather clause. So it just it gets sticky. You know what I mean? Because if it gets too funny, I gotta go. I got to go.
The crazy thing about it is, what does this ban on the braces supposed to do?
Nothing. None of the bands do anything because everybody that's already grandfathered in can already have what they have. Not to mention, if you have a freaking 3D printer, you can make anything you want anyway, and nobody knows anything about it.
So how does making a weapon unsafe deter crime? Or what is the purpose at this point in 2023 where states have control of their own firearm regulations? Even if New York says don't have this shit here or Washington said don't have this shit here, it's easier for the people who have these
And
things
now
to
they're talking
move.
about Detroit making more gun-free zones, which all that does is create a target-rich environment for the criminal.
Okay, with
You
the
know what I mean?
states with concealed weapons. See, New York has the most strict gun laws in the world, right? Most of the people I know in New York got guns. Lots of them. Lots of them. So 98% of people have guns, but 98% of the people aren't allowed to have guns. That's
And,
some
and,
crazy
and
shit.
you know something? They keep blaming this
Criminals
iron
and
pipeline,
non-criminals.
right?
Criminals
They
and
keep saying there's
non-criminals.
an iron pipeline where the guns are coming from the states that are, you know what I mean, legal or whatever, and then they're coming up into the cities and so on and so forth. But all that is theft. You know what I'm saying? That's just the people from the cities coming
Not
down
necessarily.
or affiliating with other people that are
Not
criminals,
necessarily.
stealing stuff and moving it through.
I don't think
That's
so.
what they do. It's just criminals. It's just more
Nah,
criminals.
what happens is, and I'm gonna tell you this from particular because from living in that environment and growing up in that environment, it's a dangerous place. Grandma and Auntie Bev they civilians, but they live in a community where shit goes down, right? So cousin cousin Tim goes away, lives out of state. It's like, yo, it's crazy out of here. You need just something in the house to protect yourself. Everybody don't walk around with guns, but I guarantee you, most people there got firearms in the house. I say 98%. You know what I mean? Because Auntie Bev never know when she got to go get her son out of a sticky situation and she got to back somebody to fuck down. For real. So it's in her house. She ain't carrying it. She ain't worried about it. She going through her everyday life. You know what I mean? But when she need it, it's there. And family members, friends, bring them from out of state. The people who do have legal firearms, it's just costs so much to have it. And I think that they're doing the same thing. They making firearm ownership a class matter. They making it a
exactly
baggage,
what they're doing.
a
And
privilege.
that's what I was hearing. Like,
for.
everybody thinks that it would be okay to have a few classes or so on and so forth. But the problem is people will exploit that. The politicians will exploit that, and they'll make so many regulations that it'll be practically impossible for anybody who has to work at 9 to 5 to get a gun. That's the whole game.
Which started the NFA with the $200 rule. It was
Right.
so expensive in the
Most people
1930s.
couldn't afford it.
Nobody could afford it. So it deterred
It's
it.
about to be that way again.
So they would rather have the rich and powerful have guns and the rich and powerful have stooges like police departments that are armed and special security details that are armed than the average everyday Joe.
Yeah. And I bet you,
Then they can't make your dumb ass go to work.
has 5 people that are paid, operators on their staff protecting them with submachine guns. You hear what I'm saying?
Fully autos at that.
It's funny to me is because they've got the protection, they've got that laced in, and they're paying for it with the tax dollars, but at the same time, they're trying to limit our rights. And that's where I have a problem.
It's always been like that. It's always been like that. NFA, $200. And now, even in most strictest states, New York, California, anybody who has the right bread and the right connections can have. The reason for that being, and I'm going to dig into big fish, daggone conspiracy theory, and this shit ain't even conspiracy because this is fact. If a certain class has firearms or the ability to access them and another one don't, this really easy to enslave it would keep your ass going to work. You know what I mean? Most of us, like me, work for healthcare. I damn sure don't work for the money.
Yeah.
So they enslave us one way, but they want to enslave us. They want your body, bro. This shit, the Matrix.
And my taxes are getting so high for my work. Like, I don't even want to work overtime because there's no point. They scrape everything, all the cream off the top. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to work overtime anymore. There's no incentive. I would rather be home enjoying time with my wife. You know what I mean? Or playing video games or playing with guns or doing whatever. Not playing, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Point being, there is a deterrent for people to work at this point.
You got to goddamn go to work. You got to go to work. You got to work
I'll
for this.
go to work, but I'll work for myself rather than working for them.
And you would think that this income tax stupid thing was something that was there from the beginning. The income tax was supposed to be.
I claim zero all year long, and they still want freaking like $3,000 for me at the end of the year. It's a crock, bro. It's a crock.
Yeah, the income tax thing is crazy. And then you got your brother, y'all main man. It ain't my main man because I know the game already. Mr. Trump ain't paid $700. I need his account. He paid $700 for the year. You know what I mean? That's that good thing,
Yeah.
It ain't his fault.
The thing is, I don't have any children. Ken and I don't have any children, so they rake us over the coals. You know what I mean? And it's just wrong because, I'm claiming zero all year long. I claim 2 at the end of the year, and then I still get raked over the coals. It's silly.
Well, I pay taxes. I pay taxes for places that I don't even fucking live, bro. I pay taxes in Maryland. I pay taxes in DC. I pay taxes in New York. And I don't even fucking live there. and I don't get shit for a return. So I don't even want to hear about that shit. For real. I'm serious. I am serious,
It's
yo.
pissing you off.
I really don't even want to
Marmel's
hear,
getting mad.
yo.
Hey, when you come
I
back to
owe these
Washington
fo-
State, man,
I'm on a fucking payment plan. Probably in a couple of weeks, actually. I'll be back up there in a couple of
when?
weeks. In a couple of weeks,
All
probably
right,
about
you
4 to
come
5
through?
weeks. Right before right after RGG thing.
You
Right
gonna come kick
before,
it?
right? Huh? Say again. I didn't hear you, Jason.
You gonna come kick it when you get up here?
Absolutely. I'm coming up there earlier. So it
All
just
right.
depends on how the days lay, how it falls. Because it's either going to be the week before South Georgia
Okay.
or the week after.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna see you there anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna see
You know what I mean?
there.
I can't wait to kick it again because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I got much love for you, Armel.
Anyway, I do got to go to work because it's 9:02. It take me an hour to get out to DC. So I gotta holler at y'all. Yo, it's been real. Love you all. Thanks for coming. Cass, got to take care of my
Shout out
baby.
to everybody in the chat too.
Yeah.
Double row, everybody.
Yeah,
I can't see
Roll,
the chat
yeah,
right now, but
Shanna, Joe Vaz here as usual. You know, thank you guys. Yo, we getting better. I seen my man Gunvolt. What he did 2A in LA, did his Gunvolt tour. That shit motivated me. I'm building one, goddamn it. Gun closet, Gunvolt. My shit gonna be crazy now. I'm down there scounging up daggone metal studs now, man. Shit motivate me. So I was down in the basement building up some shit. So I'm gonna change my mind next week. But I really, really gotta go. I gotta be there at 10. Good
hey,
night.
I might pop up later, so everybody keep an eye out.
All right. Later, guys. In
All right, much
broadcast.
love, fam.
All right.